Self-inflicted suffering. You already know the business. I'm gonna be reading from the phone as I usually do. But again, today's topic is self-inflicted suffering. How much self-inflicted suffering is it going to take for certain beings to realize that whatever evil, stupid, bad shit they send to others is just automatically going back to them? And way worse. Especially shit targeted towards the innocent. How much? When will they end their self-inflicted suffering? When have they had enough of their own poison? Like, damn. And this isn't the same as the life's anti-venom partial topic that I talked about in my last YouTube video. But yeah. There are beings that only know and understand their trauma, especially the trauma that was inflicted upon them since childhood, and the trauma they continue to surround themselves with because, again, that's all they know. You do not have to feed into someone's trauma for them to see that you care about them, that you actually need them, want them, etc. But they feel that if you aren't operating mentally in that same vibration where they're at, then you don't care, need, or want them. It is false. For an example, my ex, like my recent ex, literally told me that because I didn't fight back with him, that it was as though, fuck, I can't read. I'm gonna start that whole sentence over. My ex literally told me that because I didn't fight back with him, that it was as though I didn't care about him, when in fact I didn't fight back because I did. I cared so much that I wanted us, yes, us, to operate differently, together, positively. But he couldn't understand that because his inner child still had an understanding that even negative attention is still good attention, which to him falsely equated to what real love is. And that is not real love at all. In our final days, he would prod at me, trying to get any attention he could from me, and I wouldn't give it to him, to the point where he would even seek out crossing boundaries just to get a rise off of any reaction I may have had, although again, I usually gave none. But honestly, if I eventually gave him exactly what he wanted and screamed at him that I would rather die than receive help from him, just so that he would actually leave me the fuck alone. Terrible. And I felt bad, but I don't anymore. I honestly really just felt bad for having to take myself out of my high vibe to get a low vibe away from me. I hated having to do that to myself for real. He didn't matter at that point. But that's what I was referring to in that one vid I made when I said that when you poke the bear enough, eventually the bear bites back. And I felt cornered into doing exactly that. I will never again have to do that with anyone or anything. You can help those you care for slowly but surely change their mental life narrative by operating in your high vibe and sticking to that no matter their negative responses to it. But it will always be up to them to meet you there as well, so don't overexhaust yourself if shit's not reciprocal. If you eventually need to leave, then leave. Don't let them bring you to where you are or where you may have been before yourself. Be honest with yourself. because that's just how the trauma cycle continues to fester, stew, and build from micro to macro, generationally at a point. And I could never want a relationship like that with myself or another being, ever. And I know most of you don't want that either. So do your best to be that change for yourself and stick to that, again, for yourself. And keep inviting everything that's for you into your life, because no one or thing or opposing energy can stop that. No matter what. I'm living proof. Honestly, because I put the hand emoji, so I had to do it in real life. Anyway, honestly, I just believe that life, death, and everything in between wants the absolute best for you, period. Last thing, you should also believe that, wholeheartedly. There's nothing that's going awry for you. There's nothing that's coming for you. Fear nothing. Everything in life, death, and in between wants what's best for you. You should believe that as well. Last thing, God's ultimate divine judgment and divine law is at work right now. The cats are cooking. The cats are cooking right now. Anyway, and everything is okay. Trust this purge. Trust the process. Go look into what's happening with the Epstein case as of lately. Trump hushing Sabrina Wallace about the missing 1 minute before the suicide attempt, and look into Masonic law. I said suicide because I'm trying to censor myself, but I think we're getting past that on the internet now, finally. It's kind of dumb having to censor such I don't know, such words. Anyway, special shout out to this dude called The Truth Hurts on TikTok. He put a lot of truth into digestible words beautifully. And as always, I love y'all.